family and how it affects grandparents, parents. And I remember my dad, before he died, he wrote a little extract for this book John Knight wrote, and he said how painful it was to see his child hurting over his grandson. And he talked about that. It made me think how many grandparents, and I know I've seen my mother very upset about the situations when John and I found it tough, and we've had nights where we've cried and cried in the early days before we know all the stuff we knew now. There wasn't much then, and your siblings see you do that, your parents see you do that, the whole family see you falling apart. And Jackie is a wonderful grandmother who I'm so proud to know, and I've gained a lot of knowledge from her, and I'd like you just to hear a little bit about her experiences.
Well, number one, you are amazing. Don't give up. Don't give up. You stay the course. You be strong like Galileo and all those who have come before you. Do not give up. As a grandparent, if I were talking to grandparents in this room, I'd say, number one, it's not about you, so shut up. Number two, we also need to grieve. You grieve twice. You grieve for your son, who you dearly love. You grieve for his son. You watch him and his wife grieve. You take on a lot of their grief, and you pray. I happen to be a woman of faith, and I'm proud to say that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and that I trust him with their lives. I trusted this young man when he was a baby into the Lord's arms. I trusted when he married his beautiful wife, Lisa. We trust and we move forward. You don't have time to cry, you get on with it. The other thing as a grandparent, and hopefully if there's any grandparent out there looking or even caring, make your home a safe haven. Get rid of your shit. You don't need it. You make your home a safe haven. How many of you have ever been invited to someone's home with your autistic child for dinner? Probably not. They don't know what to do with you. As a grandparent, you make it safe. You start getting into all this food stuff. You start to listen. You break down anything that's about you. You know, my dear people, I am on my way home. And I know it's not about me. I know it's not about my shit and my stuff. Let it go. So I pray that each one of you have old people who invite you in and let it happen. I have a piano that my dear son and daughter-in-law bought me. It was one of the three things I wanted in my life. A piano, a convertible, which they did not give me. Damn. But I did see someone drive up with one. And the third thing was an in-ground pool. But they gave me a piano. And that piano has more smudges on it, more crap on it. And it is such a beautiful thing. Because Noah, their beautiful son, my grandson, we get to play together. So I pray for all of you young people. I can't imagine the burden you have. But as a grandparent who dearly loves her grandson, and my five others, and my husband who dearly loves all of us as well. We are supportive. We encourage. I have plenty of old people friends, and I speak up. Old nurses, old docs, old colleagues. I was a teacher for 30 years. I speak up. Really, what do I have to lose? David said so eloquently one time, sincerely, what do we have to lose? You lose friends. Hopefully you haven't lost your family. The other thing I'm very proud of is this young man has, I keep saying young because to me he is. You all are, you're beautiful people. He has 3 other siblings, and that is so crucial. They're always talking about Noah, always willing to do whatever it takes. And then there are the grandchildren that are not involved in their family, the grandchildren from another family. Inform them. This is what Noah is going to do when you come into his presence. So there is no fear. We love, and we love, and we love. That is why we are here. I used to teach theology to high school students, and one of the things I had on my bulletin board was, the purpose to our lives is to learn to love, whatever that takes. And you are called to learn to love in a different way. And I think it's just beautiful, as one of you said, if people are not on board, kick the dust from your sandals and move on. Because there are many who need to hear, many who need to love, many in stores and so forth who need to understand what it is about and how it can be cured. Anyone who has ever had cancer does not sit around and say, oh, isn't that just amazing? Let's accept it. Our grandchild was lost. There was no Amber Alert. There was no FBI. And we're mad as hell. Because we're going to find him. And so are you. God bless you.
That was an amazing description of what you're doing as a family and how families really should be united together in fighting this disorder. So I congratulate you all. You've done an amazing job, and I know Noah's well on the way to recovery.